Welcome back. I'm glad to see that you survived Module 1 and that you're ready to jump into Module 2. This module will focus on IDA Standard E, which is Multisensory Structured Language Teaching, as well as Standard D, Interpretation and Administration of Assessments for Planning Instruction. I'm really excited to share information on Multisensory Structured Language Teaching, otherwise called Multisensory Structured Language Education, or MSLE. Because when I learned this method, it changed everything about how I teach reading and writing. You may find, as I did, that you're already using aspects of MSLE in your current instruction. However, through the activities in this module, you'll see how to appeal to the visual, auditory, kinesthetic, and tactile learning pathways simultaneously throughout a very structured and sequential literacy lesson. You'll find out exactly what makes MSLE different from more traditional methods of instruction. You'll discover the components of an MSLE lesson, including phonological awareness, fluency and decoding, comprehension, vocabulary, and spelling. Video clips will also allow you to see MSLE in action with a student. The footprint assignment for this topic will be a 3-2-1 writing, which you're used to, you've done that before. You'll use the readings and resources in Module 2 to describe 3 examples of MSLE methods or strategies that you noticed while watching the lesson videos. You'll share 2 questions that you have about how to incorporate MSLE methods with your own students, and 1 suggestion to improve an aspect of MSLE in the lesson videos that you viewed. Please follow the rubric in the assignment for some more details. Now, the second part of Module 2 is all about assessments. Assessment is really an information gathering process. It's important to ask the right questions, to collect the information that you need to make critical decisions that can affect a student's life. This study of assessment will be guided by the definition of dyslexia as you consider which assessments will give the targeted information necessary to answer the question of whether or not a student is being impacted by dyslexia or a reading disability. We'll be briefly looking into the various types of assessments and the purposes behind each one. If you've taken an assessment course recently, this may be review for you, and if it is, just feel free to skim and scan this part of the content. Going back to the importance of early identification of struggling students, you'll find assessment tools that can be used even with very young children, pre-readers in fact. This data can be used to determine if a child has a developmental delay or if a learning disability is actually indicated. And then in the final footprint assignment for Module 2 on this topic of assessment, you'll reflect on the assessment tools you currently use and evaluate their effectiveness. Then you'll apply what you've learned in this module to form an assessment strategy, describing the assessments that you plan to incorporate in the future. You'll determine the areas of literacy that each assessment will address and write to explain how you will use the data to make instructional decisions that will benefit your students. A rubric is included for this assignment as well. The main goal of this entire module is for each of us to leave with more assessment tools in our tool belt than we had when we came in. You are a valued member in this community of learners, and I'm looking forward to finding out about your unique perspectives.